Welcome to the first video of Future Proof Friday from StackPack.app. And what we're going to talk about today is power. There's been a few different discussions about offers and why someone would pay you for a service that you offer. And that service can create value. You're creating value from ability, and those abilities create power. But a lot of people just get stuck focusing on the value. Oh, I generated 100 leads in 30 days for a roofing company. Great. There's a lot of people making a lot of crazy offers these days. Some of them are not real, some of them are real, but tends to be for every one person that can actually do a thing, there's 100 people that say they can do it, hoping that they can collect someone's money, outsource that to somebody else, and make some money in between by trading somebody else's time for money. That in itself is a form of power, but it is not the best form of power. The best form of power is power that you hold yourself. What does that look like exactly? I want to jump into one of the discussions inside of the group. I want to say what I'm doing here and address a specific post that has just come through. There is the question of multi-agent setup. Something very powerful. Imagine being able to, with your thumbs, manage multiple ad accounts while communicating with clients and doing reporting. Something that a lot of people pay a lot of money for, paying other people to help with business, marketing, Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, TikTok. We've built a multi-agent system. Now, the reality of the multi-agent system is that it's connected to a lot of tools, and those tools can make a lot of changes that can make or break a business's success. The idea of power here is the agency, one of our companies, advertising report card, being able to manage ad accounts at a very powerful rate using AI agents. So with that being said, with a multi-agent system, a few people can create a lot of changes on ad accounts. We could bulk change, create, edit, delete. So that's the beauty and the beast of this type of a situation is your ability against power is your ability to completely destroy a business's success or to make them ultimately successful while doing as little as you can in regards to trading your time for money. I wanted to break down the idea of power and what that really means to me and why I see it as where a lot of things are headed in the future when it comes to service-based business. Quick overview. What is a multi-agent system? One of our team members, Beckett, was saying he's not advanced with AI automation yet. Most of the world is not. Most of the people saying that they are, again, are outsourcing and trading time for money. Now, there's an idea of giving blue-collar clients a Slack agent and the pros and cons of that. The reality is you could connect a multi-agent system to anything that can receive text, Discord, Slack, SMS, Telegram, WhatsApp. There's actually an example of one of the things that we were doing for a breakdown of somebody else for an Airbnb automation. As a host, you have a lot to deal with. Someone says, my toilet won't flush. You have the ability to respond back to people who have issues with their Airbnb listing. That's power because you no longer have to trade your time for money to get the results you're looking for. Now, the idea of power is knowing the core solution. How powerful are you? Do you know how to do the thing you're trying to sell? If not, do you have someone on your team, a partner? One of the things that we do that's very popular is work with different agencies to share the burden of clients, meaning Chris inside StackPack with Moonraker, Oliver with Blue Pixel Media does Google Ads. I do Google Ads and SEO, but I don't want to do it all. So I'm going to work with other ad agencies to share clients to make sure that we are both countering our own abilities while also countering a client's need to either cancel or to continue paying us. When it comes to power, the first thing is make sure that you can at least understand what it is that you're trying to do by trying to build it on your own. And in a multi-agent system, the text message you send and the AI agent, or what is called as systems instructions, interact with each other. You tell an AI agent how to act, those are called system instructions. You chat with that AI agent. It's going to render some kind of result. Whether you're trying to ask it how to write content for SEO or how to make changes in an ad account, the system's instructions is what you have to understand how to do for the AI agent, and also knowing how to chat with AI agents. That in itself is ability, and having strong ability in this can create results. People who want results also want to make sure that you have the ability to provide that. And when you have that ability, you have power. You're not just another person doing a thing. You and yourself know how to do a thing so well that you can demonstrate it. So with that being said, I wanted to breeze past the technical stuff about how to build an AI agent. And what I want to focus on is power. Giving away power is like give car keys to a child, or an adult giving the access to fly a jet to someone who has no training. Power comes with the need to have ability. So first of all, you can't even forfeit your power to someone unable to wield it. They'll do damage to themselves and others and then blame you for it. And then they're going to say you have no ability because they tried the tool that you used. And in that instance, they weren't able to get the results that you were. So that's self-limiting and also self-diminishing, right? But if you have the power to provide a result because you have the ability to do, you no longer line up with someone else providing a service. You are somebody who has power, and you then also provide that service. As an example, a salesperson. Lots of people are salespeople. They all have track records and recommendations and referrals. Real salespeople will even bring you their W-2 from the last year and be like, this is how much commission I was paid last year based off of my ability to sell. That's a result of ability, right? It doesn't necessarily prove power. When it comes to demonstrating power, it's really about demonstrating your ability. So here's an example of this. Somebody who wants to give away an AI agent, that's like a lead gen piece. But the reality is, if you know how to, on a live call or in a live demonstration, actually do a thing, then they're going to look at you as someone who's fully capable. Who can run ads for dirt cheap and get the best results? A lot of people across the world can say they can do it. But when you have power, what you can say is, Beckett knows what is going to happen with AI. He uses it himself. And if I'm able to borrow some of this time from him in exchange for money, that would rub off on me. Beckett is someone I can align with to prepare for 2026. He also runs ads, which checks the thing off of the list of stuff that I need to do. People will hire you for service. That's how they find you. Or you have a reputation. You have proven results. People talk about you. You're demonstrating power. You can make content about how to do these things because you have the power. That's the differentiating thing in 2026. There's a lot of perceived power with AI. I have ChatGPT. I can write my blog posts. I don't need a content writer anymore. Now somebody feels like they have enough power to do something. They don't need to hire someone. Likewise, if you're a service provider, there's other people who are using AI to a superior degree right now, and they stand out. If you can get on a call and demonstrate your ability to use AI, it really doesn't even matter what service you are offering. If people can see that you have power and that you also do a thing, they're going to buy into your ability and results that you can get from that. So it's not just the ability to run ads, it's the ability to know how to have power behind it. The real point of this video is that people are attracted to power. Power equals ability. Ability creates value by delivering results. There's many people pushing the narrative of, look how many reviews I have. Look at my previous success. Look at my testimonials. Testimonials and community validation is a major selling point. But does that mean you can charge 10 times more than the other person? Does that mean that person values you more than the results you can drive? No, it doesn't. It stops at that. Your value stops at the result. Having ability to drive value is a step above results, because there's going to be clients that are in very technical areas of the world where there's a much higher rate of competition. You might have had success in Albuquerque, New Mexico running ads. If you tried to run those same ads on Manhattan Island or in downtown LA, it's very different. The cost is way higher. Why? More people in the area, more competition. Those both drive up the cost to do ads, and it also drives up the desire of someone to want to find the best person. And when there's so many different offers of people who can drive results and provide value, the person who's trying to buy, the customer, the client with the buying power, are going to want to maximize results and value. You're getting diluted by everybody else providing the exact same thing. So what creates ability? Getting your hands dirty or having people on your team that can demonstrate how to create results and the value that comes with them. Show me that you can log into an ad account and manage an ad account, pull a report, optimize something, make a change, and not fumble through your work. That's ability, skill set, and you can always upskill. That's really the beauty of AI. And one thing that a lot of people are starting to be able to do is upskilling themselves. The jack of all trades is now becoming the master of all trades. It just depends on how much drive they have to want to learn that next thing, which tends to be how much time to chat with AI. And also, let's not forget the ability to prompt and provide systems instructions to AI so the next result you get can get you 10 times further. How can you exponentially increase your ability to drive value? People buy power because they know if you're powerful, it'll come with the value because you're going to drive the results. No one's going to hire a plumber and say, oh, he's not going to be able to unplug the toilet. No one's even going to hire a plumber that can't show up with a branded vehicle with all the tools that they need to do that 10 times more, right? It's inherent. When people hire someone, they expect the result. And the result should be valuable. It shouldn't be they unplug the toilet, but the toilet is now broken at the base. That's not valuable. That's not a great result. You got the result in one place, but now you have to hire someone else. Ability is key. But ability itself, when everyone is upskilling with AI, doesn't necessarily create power. So when you can actually demonstrate your abilities live, that is where you can add value and results automatically. So it's a circular scenario, and I'm going to just draw what I'm trying to explain visually, is you have results. Results come from value. Not all results are the same. 100 leads in 30 days is a huge selling point for advertising. How much revenue did those leads create? How many responded? How much time did it take to get those responses? How much did it cost to work all of those leads? You might have 100 leads, spend 100 hours working them. You might get one deal done, and that might be worth it to you, or it might not be. And sometimes getting an easy win financially might make it seem like something's working until you actually run the numbers at the end of the month and realize that you actually burnt more time on resources than revenue you generated. These 100 leads just wasted your time. So results vary. Now, what is value, right? Let's do the same example. Value is 100 leads cost me X. I generated Y, which doubled my investment. That's value. The leads were good. So I spent half as much time generating revenue from them. That's value. I can generate 10 opportunities that create more value than 100 leads. And I'm going to show you how I do. That's ability. That's an ultimate flex, right? Power is that exactly how I do it. Why I do it this way. This is real power. And I'm going to drop some more resources on this concept inside StackPack, but a great person who breaks this down, who is Simon Sinek. He is the #1 TED Talk in TED Talk history. This is the most watched TED Talk in all of TED Talk history. He explains people buy why you do what you do, not what you do. This video is from 2010, but people buy into those who have real inspiration from the actions that they take. And that's really where I'm trying to explain from everybody that I'm working with. It's not just about, okay, how can I run leads and how can I make more sales? It's about having more ability than the people next to you and having the power to understand how you wield those abilities. So I just wanted to emphasize that the next time you try to go and create an offer, that you make sure that it doesn't just sound like everybody else's offer or slightly better, that you start to take a look at yourself, your ability to do a thing, and figure out the best way to demonstrate that in a way that's truly unique to you. If you can do that, people will buy into you. If you can't do that, but you have a company with people who can do that, and you're able to demonstrate what you've gotten from those abilities, that still is power. You don't have to be ultimately powerful as long as you have someone standing next to you that is, and you can wield that power in the result of explaining how it works. The real takeaway is demonstrating power. Jump into our NAN account as an example and pull up one of our advanced agent workflows and explain how something so technical actually works. For instance, the workflow processes information coming into it, goes through a series of systems instructions to then create modifications on ad accounts. This would allow somebody with zero training to run ad accounts. I'm going to pull up an account as an example of what that could look like. So in this example, we have somebody who has no formal Google Ads training. All they know is they know how to ask the AI. The AI can come up with strategy and action plans and proceed with those plans on behalf of the person. It can pull performance reports. It can draft emails. It can send emails. It can tell you the things that you're missing without ever having to log into an ad account, something that everybody wants. It's difficult to manage technical advertising. So I'm going to stop the video here. I want to make something comprehensive for everybody to follow along with my perception of what actual value means, and that they can take this and that they can wield it for themselves. If you're interested in learning more, check out www.StackPack.app. That's APP. We're out here doing this every day. Looking forward to building some power with everybody. Hope everyone has a good weekend, because this is the end of Future Proof Friday.